Right.
Hey.
Welcome back. Show some love. Show. You're
Yes,
here with
yes.
your co-host here, Queen Zenobia. Got my brother here, Prez, aka Eric.
El Presidente,
El
aka Baba Eric,
Presidente.
E Smooth, whatever you want to
E
call me.
Smooth, yes, many different names. We got
Yes.
Medina the artist, aka Brother Medina as well, running the board. We are the Inglewood Enterprise Gallery. Let me tell y'all some things. Check us out. 35th and Racine, 1200 West 35th Street. Send us an email at enterprisegallery@gmail.com or visit our website at inglewoodenterprisegallery.com. So, last week we had the pleasure to discuss the influence of music on people.
Yes, spells and
spells and
how it can affect your
different.
behavior.
Exactly, right. And we had our guest Chef Lee, Noble, and Taylor E.
I was very impressed with young Noble. You know, she was a young sister, very, very knowledgeable about the frequencies and the effects of frequencies. I was pretty impressed, I must say.
I would agree. Now you made me think about the frequency in the words. Well, I didn't even do my research on that today, but
I know I got a little bit about. I mean, because basically, when we say frequency, and we say, hey, you know, she mentioned like 435, which is a vibration, which is supposed to, four. Let's see, is it 440 is the hertz that we tune our instruments to, and that would be like a humming sound, whatever note that might be. But it's been in the early 20th century, it was switched to tuning to 430. No, it's 440 now, but it's switched from 432, which is supposed to be more of a natural frequency, you know. And when we say frequency, we're talking about vibration. How many cycles per second air molecules vibrate like up and down in a wave form. So there's many different frequencies from 0 hertz on up to technically, you know, most people can hear from 0 hertz on up to like not 0 hertz. You hear from 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz, but all of that is vibration. So when we say frequency, we're talking about it sounds like where you were going with it was like our words, just like the vibration of my vocal cord is vibrating frequencies. And
Absolutely.
So the words that we say, like when I say the word say, you know, that's in a higher sibilant, so that may be like 5,000 kilohertz. It might be 11,000 kilohertz. But as we roll these words and letters off of our tongue, you know, we're creating vibration. And so now science has proven that frequencies can affect the way that we think, the way we move, the way we do a lot of stuff.
So now these words, they got frequency. Okay.
Yes.
So you agree with me, words got power?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So how do these words get this power? Because some people say, oh, it's just a word. Oh, that's just a pen.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
it's the way I said that. That's just a pen.
Well, you know, that's
just a pen.
Yeah. Now that the way that you say it, you give off a I don't know the exact vocabulary word, but the way that you say words can affect, you know, the way you may be feeling, the way someone might take that word or interpret it. Yeah, you can say the same exact word probably 3 different ways. You could probably say the same sentence of something in different tones in different ways. Yeah,
Absolutely.
To me. So that's kind of like part of the frequency, but that's also an added element on the way that you say it. And then you got to even think of the intentions. Like, what is your intention when you say something?
Exactly.
So there's multiple layers of frequencies in the way things roll off of our tongues.
Okay, so research says that words have power. Okay, their meanings crystallize perceptions that shape our beliefs. All right, it drives our behavior, and it ultimately creates our whole world. Okay.
Yes.
Basically, words can either activate stress, they can help, they can heal, they can hurt, they can harm, they could build, they can humble, they can pay respect to, all of that. But it is because of our emotional responses to the words is how we give those words that power.
Yes. So as you were saying that, it actually made me think. I wouldn't consider myself just a full-blown Christian, but it made me think of the Bible. And sometimes I think, like, when we read the Bible in Genesis, you might ask somebody, say, what was it in the void? It was nothing. And then what was the first thing? People often say, light came first. But actually, sound came first, because it said, God said, let there be light. So his vibration, or the vibration, may have came first. So you have to have vibration. And then when you even think of string theory, which is how does matter come into existence, they believe they're little small strings vibrating. So vibration is actually could precede light.
So you feel me? Words travel, absolutely. So now I go back to these words. So we as humans develop language because we needed a way to communicate.
Yeah.
So back to this frequency thing. So how can we develop ways as humans to use this word with a positive frequency? Like it said, crystallizes perceptions. You know what I'm saying? So if a word can crystallize a perception, how can we? What do we have to do? We have to create our own words. We got to come up with new words. We got.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't have all the answers. It might sound like I know a lot, but I really don't have all the answers.
Right.
But that just struck something with me when you said creating our own words. So that's kind of like the foundation, I'm sure, of whoever created languages. That is part of the foundation, is what vibration is going to create this feeling, or what is going to sound good. So if we know what frequencies make us feel good, if we know what frequencies make us feel bad, then we can develop our own words around that. We can roll these vibrations out of our mouth that will make us feel good. And right now, I would say you could probably create your own words, but now you have like frequency generators. So let's just hypothetically say, hey, 25 hertz stimulates your kidney, or it stimulates your mind, or it releases endorphins. Just sit around with 25 hertz rolling in your head, and you can create what basically whatever feeling, or maybe even manifest some things into existence. And that's the whole science of
For y'all that's listening or viewing on the web link, feel free to give us a call.
Give us a call.
312-738-1060. Chime on in. Words have powers. Words have frequency. That is the topic of discussion right now at the moment. I want to go to a quick video because my man that talks a lot and he said a lot of words. Y'all used to his voice. My man Morgan Freeman got a few words to say for us, so we about to check him out right here.
Yeah, let's see. I ain't too keen on Morgan, though, but I'll listen to him.
For YouTube's Video Volunteers program, Amnesty International focused on the topic of human rights. Here's the video we made about Amnesty's work to fight for human rights around the world.
Okay. We both first checking this out, too,
They
y'all.
can do anything.
Okay,
They can call in a dog at night.
What it say?
They can bring comfort to an old friend. They can say happy birthday to a girl whose balloons are slowly sinking.
Okay. All right.
Sometimes words can get...
All right, here we go. So basically, I heard a little bit about what he said. But I did see this one video that I was unable to share. There was a homeless man talking about something.
You got a caller, he said, too.
Oh, we got a caller. Okay. There was a homeless man that had a sign that said, I'm blind, I'm hungry, I need help. And that sign was getting him like a little bit of change here and there. And then a young lady walks by and changed what his sign says. So now the sign says, it's a beautiful day, too bad I can't see it. And then more people start giving him money because they felt an emotional attachment to the words. All right. Yeah.
You want to roll, see what this caller talking about?
Absolutely.
What's up, caller? Where you at?
You still there, caller? Oh, all right. Yeah, go ahead, caller.
I don't hear nothing.
Nah, you hit the okay, cool, no caller. That's fine.
Maybe we having some more technical difficulties.
Yeah,
this
we
week.
had that happened last week too. Call back.
But yeah, we'll figure it out. But we talking about the power of words. So, are you familiar with Dr. Emoto?
No, sounds familiar, but tell me.
So, Dr. Emoto was a Japanese. I don't know what I should call him, a scientist, a spiritualist. He was something, but basically, his whole study was about the effects of water. And what he would do is he would get glasses of water.
Okay.
All right. He would tape certain words to it. He'd play water certain music, and then he would freeze it. And then he would get into a microscope and see how. So if I put he would see how the crystals form based around the word. So of course, if he put the word FUCK on one, and then he would put love on another, same water, freeze them, and then get under the microscope. And then when you look at the crystals that form under the bad word, they would be deformed. Instead of it having like five points, it might have 4 and be cracked, and it was something. But then the one that
some
said
good words would be more purified.
Oh man, it's amazing.
I like that.
And even with music, he did like rap music, he did rock music, he did orchestra music, right. and believe it or not, the rap music didn't really portray, didn't give us much, no symmetry, and the rock music looked just terrible, and but the stuff like Beethoven and Bach and all that stuff, it was just beautiful, and I listen to classical music, when I need to free my mind, because I really do believe, when you talk about Beethoven and all these people who put these, what they call masterpieces together, they were high initiates, into the system, so they were in tune with what frequencies were good and what were bad, and they integrated that into their pieces that they created. So you got to really think about that too.
Absolutely,
as well.
Especially with some of the names of their pieces.
Well, give me some names.
Smooth. Some? I don't know them by heart, but most classical music got a nice, smooth, calm name to it.
Yeah, and but what I realized, the more that I listen to classical music, each piece is telling a story. And what I do with it usually, I listen to the classical music and I create my own story, because you might have something like a do 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 do, and then it comes with some don don. So it creates a story. It's like it's telling you something. It wants you to dig deep into your mind and create some kind of story. And that's how I listen to classical music. I don't listen to it because it ain't got no beat to it. I don't listen to it because any other reasons. I listen to it to kind of dig into my imagination and see what story are they trying to tell.
The story they trying to tell.
Yes.
I think I wanted to see about classical. Before I play classical, I will state the background on that is I listen to classical to study something hard. I listen to classical when I need to do my taxes and do some hard paperwork or what have you. I listen to classical when I'm trying to strategize my next 10-year plan.
Yeah.
That is when I listen to classical, or when I'm around my elders, because they be like, I don't want to listen to that stuff with them words. Oh, I got you. Boom.
Yeah, we started off talking about words, and classical music does not really have any words.
None whatsoever.
But just back on topic, words, I was saying something about Dr. Emoto, but words, you have to engulf yourself around positivity.
Okay.
And I used to have the frame of mind like, words is words. We say F, we say sh, ish, or whatever. I don't want to get too deep into it. Right. But we say different words, and I would always be like, I would hear little kids cursing. And, it kind of make you cringe a little bit when you hear a 3 or 4-year-old saying, like, the F word or dropping the F-bomb. It do make you kind of like, that don't sound right. But And I used to take the mentality like, words is words, but when I started digging more into the actual vibration and the way, and feelings and stuff, it does, it can be important. Some words are very, can make you feel a certain way, and that was like one example. And like we talk about
the N word.
Man, you read my mind. It's like the N word.
Y'all feel free to call us now. It's getting kind of hot in this topic now. 312-738-1060. Words have powers. Words have meanings. Words have frequency. So the N word.
Yeah, how do you feel about the N word? Do you use it? Be honest.
I don't use it. I mean, it's a word in the community, but I try not to use it.
Try not to use, but so you use it.
I've used it in a sentence now. This is truth. The truth of dare. I've truthfully used the word. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then am I proud of myself? No.
All right. So tell me this though. Just like we just said, you could take the F word and that has like 50 different meanings. The F word. How come the N word can't have two different? How come the N word can't mean two different things?
It actually means several different things. I mean, historically, it was a historical tribe in Africa, but it was spelled differently. Mm-hmm. Then we got another similar named after the river, the Niger River, and so. Then we got this negative influence that's been put upon it. So...
so you kind of on the fence. You like it could go either way.
It could go either way. Like in the community I'm from, it mean, what up? You good. Right. You cool.
I'm going to be real with you.
It don't always mean nothing negative.
I'm going to be real with you. A white person can sit up and call me the N words to my face. And I'm going to be real with you. It does not bother me. It does not make me cringe. It just don't, because for me, if they say that, it's just gonna go in one ear and out the other. Okay. I'm more tied with if somebody want to be racist towards me or say something, just keep your hands off of me. Right. Words are words. As long as you don't touch me, you can call my mama the N word. You could say, man, remember we used to always say, your mama. No, but I'm saying we used to say your mama, this, that, and
words back then.
But I'm just saying they words though. As long as you keep your hands off my mama, keep your hands off my child. Now we go back to the basics
what we said earlier about the frequency of the N word. Yeah. The frequency of saying your mama and the frequency of these negative terms about, whatever,
What frequency
you got a big head or whatever frequency. So it's like you can go negative or you can go positive. You know what I'm saying? Some of the oldest words known to man. Okay, I like that. Some of the oldest words known to man. We'll come back to this. Is mother, bark, and spit. But really? I want to, yeah.
Mother, bark, and spit.
Yeah, that's just universal words in different languages.
Yeah,
go ahead, caller.
Yeah, go ahead.
Caller.
I don't hear nothing.
You there, caller?
Is it green or red? Is it green or red?
It is red. Oh. All right, go ahead, caller.
Well, maybe we gotta let Omari them know, because they was in here doing some technical stuff before we came,
absolutely.
So they obviously F something up.
Nah, not at all. That the words have power, and I will believe that if you are trying to call this week, just try us again next week, and I appreciate y'all.
I was gonna say, if you don't mind me, I don't want to interrupt you, but when you said some of the old words, it made me think of like hieroglyphics. Because how does hieroglyphics work? Because those were like pictures, but they obviously were able to take something, maybe those pictures, and pronounce it some kind of way, some kind of enunciation or sound or vibration.
I mean, agreed. Those pictures, those images, they mean things. They definitely had an image for mother, an image for father, an image for family, but when the research say mother and it say bark, and it mean like the tree bark.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then spit, it really do mean spit. So I'm like, all right, let's try it again. All right, thank you for calling to show some love. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, I called last week.
Uh-huh.
I called last week about the young lady, the rapper.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Noble.
And that's the first time I ever heard rap and poetry all at one time.
Okay, rap and poetry.
About the words you say mean something. They do. I'm 74 years old, and if I even thought of saying a bad word, I'd get slapped upside the head. when I was growing up, you couldn't even think about it.
Right.
Like the young man up there said, man, 2, 3, 4-year-old kids, F word. Your mama.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff is going on here? They wouldn't have made it in my generation.
Nah.
Great show. I'm going to call every week. My name is Ray, and God bless both of you.
Thank you, Ray.
Thanks for showing us some love.
You can really rap.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Ray. We're going to let her know. Well, I love Ray.
Man, we definitely love Ray, y'all. Look, let's go back to our Crystal Project, y'all. Check this out right here, man. Creativity has no limits in the Crystal Vortex. Mm-hmm. Y'all, we got different programs going on here with the Show Some Love Inglewood Enterprise, Medina the Artist, different things. Mm-hmm. But basically, the words that was on this video, the intro of that, they have a frequency that are real powerful. And I like how somehow now crystals and words are like hand to hand. So we got crystals, words, and frequencies going hand to hand. You see what I'm saying? Let me go back to myself here. Yeah.
I feel, the crystals, emit some type of frequency. Of course, you have to have certain instruments to be able to read that. Like, you can walk around and see what frequencies are in the air. You can see where the 5G coming from, the 4G, the 2.5,
exactly.
all the G's. The
Yeah.
same is with crystals. If you have like very sensitive instruments, you could read what crystals are emanating, what kind of frequencies is coming off of them. Because like we mentioned in several episodes before, crystals are in lasers, they're in the radios, they're all over, so they can be used. A lot of electric. So speaking of that, man,
we there. Go ahead.
So I did not know. I was just sharing this with Brother Medina. I don't know if he shared this with you, but I just discovered that quartz crystals, when you rub quartz crystals together, it creates light. Did you know that?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Oh, wow.
So that's a frequency. Light is a frequency, so just to break it down again for you, we speak 20 hertz. We hear, I'll say we hear 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. All right. Light is so high of a frequency, it's in the light spectrum. So we're talking about waves that move in nano. So when we say, hey, when we see a red light, it's like 650 nanometers.
Wow.
So that's very small. So when I was rubbing that crystal together, and I was like, dang, this got some light going on. And everything is frequency. How can we use that to our advantage? How can we get those electrical impulses and use that to heal or whatever?
I mean, that almost sounds like what I just thought in my head. And like somehow in the community, we done put two words together and it created a frequency of positivity going back to the N word. If you put the my in front of it or the yo in front of it, then it becomes acceptable. But if you put the something else in front of it, then it's not acceptable. I'm still having offensive with that.
I forgot what they call that. Is that like linguistics or something? When it's the study of language. I forgot what they call it,
it's called etymology.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So etymology or something like that. So and in the English language now around the world, we have hundreds of languages, but now what is everybody breaking their neck to learn? English. You go all around the world now, and everybody is trying to speak English. That's another topic that we could talk about colonialism and why everybody's speaking English. But when you break down the English language of how pronouns and nouns and all that stuff is actually pieced together, it's almost magical.
I will agree.
It's almost magical.
So the oldest words known to man: mother, bark, and spit.
Where did that mother? I can understand mother.
Well,
bark, I don't know.
Well,
that sounds a little weird.
Trees
to
grow
me.
everywhere,
True,
and
yeah,
all
bark
trees
is
grow
awesome.
differently, but all trees unite with bark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Even a bonsai tree has bark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there trees that don't have bark?
That is a good question. Maybe someone will come with the answer next week, I have no clue. I'll do my research, though. And then spit. Even though I don't know about spitting, why would you need to communicate it? We got another call.
Oh, we got a call.
The caller button.
What's
is
up,
there,
caller?
but
Go
all
ahead.
right. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, how y'all doing? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we hear you this time.
I'm just a random caller, but I did have a quick statement.
Yeah.
Since y'all was talking about these words, I know y'all time is short, but it just got me to thinking about, how some music like reggae music, Bob Marley, they used to do what they call a lot of chanting, like chant down Babylon. So chanting is power words that people use. Affirmations and stuff like that are powerful words and concepts that people put together to reprogram their thoughts and their mind and their subconscious, like they talked about in the movie The Secret. And then you have concepts like the Om, which I guess might have been the original sound of the universe. So, maybe it ain't a word, it might just be a sound. But I was just thinking about these different concepts where, either whether it's music or different spiritual traditions where they deal with the power of words and how you utilize the words to help you in your life and program your life and seek out what it is that you're looking for. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah. Thank you, random
Thanks,
caller.
I mean, positive words, like daily chants, daily meditation, daily mantras have been proven to, not only self-medicate, self-heal, and just bring results in the average human's daily life.
I thought it was interesting how you brought up and that's kind of like a universal.
Like the first sound.
Yeah, it's like a universal through many religions and meditations. That was a powerful. That's a powerful chant right there, and even not to get, I guess this ain't off topic, but when Christians be having the Holy Ghost, don't they have to do something called what do? They get the Holy Ghost, but they be talking in tongues, whatever they
in tongues. That's what they be doing, right? Yeah.
But those are frequencies, and I'm not totally convinced of catching the Holy Ghost. I don't know. I've never caught the Holy Ghost. I'm not going to say that people don't genuinely get the Holy Ghost because I do believe, you can be over.
You can get it. And then they also use a frequency and they use a pattern. They use a word play, like a hiccup thing. It's something that they teach actors and comedians in the world. It's like a build you up, bring you in. Let me pull you into it. Let me, you know what I'm saying? It's the way they say it. It's almost as if some of these preachers and pastors be spitting raps.
Maybe they casting spells.
Absolutely. But look, man, let me say something here real quick. This is the Inglewood Enterprise Gallery Show Some Love show. We located at 35th and Racine. Send us an email. Visit our website. Third Fridays, come check out Brother Medina. He will be issuing out crystals. We got this 1 million crystal campaign. We believe that if we charge 1 million crystals and distribute them out the community, we can develop and change results that we need to build the community. Oh, look at that. Here we go. We got something else right here. Here we go, right here. That's right. A movement of 1 million crystals, all right? Charged with positive energy of peace, love, and unity in the community.
Yes.
That's exactly what it's all about.
I like even how he got them two crystals touching each other because that's exactly how I had my crystals when I rubbed them together and created some light.
Wow.
Why you talking about you knew this? Why you ain't shared that knowledge, man? That's
I gotta
deep.
work on that, bro. I mean, I
had no clue.
Start spreading it out like that. It's a lot of stuff we need to learn about that, especially with the crystals. So, overall, words have power. All right. They crystallize our perception. Where do we stand? Can we use words positively through prayers, chants, and meditations?
I think I was gonna say I looked at see the time is short, but I was a little birdie told me that we can go a little longer if needed. So let's run it a few more minutes.
I mean, I was running it.
Okay, my bad. Hey, you know what though? I started think. You also made me think when you mentioned trees.
Yeah.
And then I mentioned Dr. Emoto.
Yeah.
That was another experiment. I can't think of this person that did these experiments, but having two identical trees and speaking positive words to one seed and negative to the other, it does affect. Yes,
absolutely.
So that's
have
another.
Emotions.
Yes, so that's some of people that the naysayers and the doubters out there that don't believe words don't have power. Though I mean, there are scientific studies and proof that words do have power and they mean stuff, and I think also on a side note, I think, us as humans, we have a special spiritual connection to trees because we give them the carbon dioxide they need and they give us the oxygen. We're intertwined in this universe and on this earth, and I think we actually as humans, a lot of us take trees for granted. We don't really appreciate and know how much they mean to us.
Absolutely.
So I want to say that before we wrap it.
I appreciate him saying that because that's all I was gonna wrap it up. Trees are universal, words are universal, love is universal. I'll see y'all next week. Show some love.
Yeah, tune in every Wednesday, 7 p.m.